Well, OBS says that we are live for 20 seconds. I'm not seeing it on YouTube. Alchemical Raker says we're live. Awesome. All right, at the risk of destroying everything, I'm not going to close that window. I'm just going to verify for my own sanity on our YouTube channel that we are indeed.
If it makes you feel better, I can see you live on your YouTube channel.
Okay, great. Perfect. That's all I need. Can you guys hear us out there in YouTube land? All right, good. Good. All right. You are watching Black Lodge Games. We are playing Cyberpunk 2020 with the Cyberpunk Red net running rules in place. This is Session 2 of Blood and Sunshine, a sun-soaked acid trip through the future past of Miami. We are on a mission from God to bring you a high level of immersion and roleplay. And since this game has been delayed, we can only conclude that Satan has been trying to stop the world from seeing Blood and Sunshine. But no more. Get thee behind me, Satan.
That's right. That's right. Failed once again.
Yeah.
All right. So for a brief recap for the audience, Cyberpunks here have been contacted. Jack, the corpo exec, soon to take that corner office, soon to rise high in the floors to the top of that tower, to even bigger, better, bolder offices and more exotic secretaries. We have Omen has achieved a bit of a resurgence in our last session here, and of course our resident netrunner coming in with the 3D goggles, with the glasses, all the spectacles, all the headgear, perhaps more as time goes on, having all been contacted through various means of a job involving an individual named Manny for the moment, who has absconded with something that he perhaps should not have taken, or perhaps maybe should have done a better job in covering his tracks, as these intrepid scallywags are indeed on his case, having contacted an individual representing an so far undisclosed corporate benefactor. The theft of genetic material, whatever that may be, who can say. They've been given documentation as to accomplices, recent contacts, connections, places where this individual has been seen. And with that, they've been left to their own devices. Down an unnamed solo, who apparently had been contacted for other reasons. Their chauffeur having been gunned down in the back right before the meeting, causing a bit of a tense conversation between the individuals, but now in the possession of a new vehicle. And some lose some. We bring it back at Club Purgatory. Jack intended taking the other two individuals with him to make a play for some corporate secrets, some corporate connections, some corporate inroads with a bit of a rival of his, laying his chips, laying his eddies on the table. It has gone well so far, but, well, with that, let's bring it back into the scene. Jack, you witnessing in the throng, the pulsating groove of the crowd. This place is packed. The lights of neon, of sapphire, icy blue, of emerald green, of piercing yellow jacket, yellow, all manner, stribing and strobing across the crowd, who are all absolutely pumped, moving with one beat, moving with one rhythm, with one emotion, admiration, adoration, exultation to Omen, erstwhile drummer of Harpies, a band that had broken up several years ago, not on pleasant terms. That glorious tattoo, the pecs pulsing, the drums resonating, the arms moving in the cadence that only a practiced rocker boy drummer who sat back behind the main vocalist, behind the front man. But now, even though you are in the back, Omen, the crowd wants to see you. You had not intended for this to be the case, but more to the point for you, Jack. Your fling, on again, off again. The emotions are high, the drugs are pumping through your system, the alcohol churning in your gullet. There she is, singing front lead vocalist. Son of a bitch. He's with your girl. Motherfucker. What are you gonna do?
There's a lot going on right now. The music is pumping over me. I can feel it in my, just into my bones as the drum kicks hit me. It's like they're reverberating off of my skeleton. There's this incredible like fuzziness to my physicality as I've just gone way overboard, thinking that I have gotten exactly what I wanted and more out of my rival, out of this rube Will, who's still sitting in this booth as I'm getting up. But I can see her. I can that woman who has her hands around my heart. And I take the bottle and I begin weaving through the crowd, bumping into people, shoulder checking people, just no care for it, any of it. I look up at her. I take one giant swig out of that bottle of vodka that's maybe half left, and I take it and I toss it, just ineptly, but trying to hit Omen with the bottle. And I begin screaming, "You bitch! You bitch! You slut! You whore! I hate you! I love you so much!" Just like...
It gets your screams, the gesticulations are of course there, but drowned out the primo sound system, not to mention the roar of the crowd. Some guy like, yeah, just gets right up, like thinking you're in it with the groove here, mistaking your
and I'm just gonna like emotions. Palm on his face and just push him back, and I'm like, fuck you, I love her.
Meanwhile, Theo, you're back at the wings, not in the mosh. You have your AR goggles up, of course, adding a whole other layer of neon lattice work through this scintillating interior here. You would notice the different nodes of import here, observing possibly the most level-headed in this situation, maybe the most level-headed in this entire establishment at the present moment. Who's to say? You see the bottle get launched from in the distance, and my God, is anything going to happen? Is it all going to blow up? Who knows? Omen, you're in the groove. You're there. It's the final moment of one of the hits, the greatest hits, and this is at the final, the drum crescendo, all the footwork, the arm work, the tempo, the cadence. You know, it's all on point. This is coming it's been so long, like riding a bike, easier than riding a bike. It's like you had never left at all those years, in the slammer, all those years behind the bar, all those years in that grimy office behind the bar, dealing with the taxes, the municipal citations, the poverty, the piece of shit clientele, the riffraff you don't want. It's all gone in this moment, and you feel better than you ever have. Just catch it at the corner of your eye, something sparkling, twinkling in the strobe light here, and right there at the final moment, this bottle, this half full bottle of some alcoholic fluid, crashing into the cymbal stand, the jarring discordance, totally rifling the moment, the rhythm. It clangs out like a clarion call. Some of your face, the booze gets splashed in, gets in your eyes, the stinging sensation. The scene is yours in this one moment before the crowd reacts.
So that thunderous of the drums, of a drum being struck maybe out of rage, not just cadence. I stand up. I look.
And you can see there's a commotion at this point. And I'm like, just have someone by the collar, and I'm just screaming at them like
there's a fight breaking out around you.
I just caught those words. What would you say? Fuck you, you whore, you slut. Yeah. I love you, right? Yeah. Right? I just catch those. I start the head, and then that massive foot on the stage. Fuck you, whore. I love you. And I just try to get the crowd to that cadence.
All right.
Those words.
All right. We're doing some freestyling here. Not a typical feature of the genre that you are particularly.
No, not at all.
But I'm gonna ask. So at this point, I will ask you to make me another one of your charismatic leadership roles. Make a. You got high. Just make the roll. I'll calculate in any penalties here. In the meantime, as this is going on, while you roll that, Theo, you see a fight breaking out, or at least an altercation. It's not a full-on brawl happening around Jack, because he has this guy by the collar. Another off-working drone in the corporate skyline, just trying to let off some steam, probably trying to pose, blowing his bi-weekly salary just to splurge it all this night. He'll be lucky if he has 15 eddies to rub between his fingers by the time the night is done. And if you've been to any of these establishments before, if you're one who goes out to the clubs, to the bars, to the music venues, to the concert halls, this can happen. Usually, as it is in this case, because of a woman. The circle forms naturally. The crowd, the hive mind of the crowd, taking shape and crystallizing around some other moment of focus here. That pent-up emotion now being focused from stage, at least around Jack, to this. There's people trying to antagonize and make this happen.
I when I see that, because I'm with the woman that grabbed me right as everything was starting.
Yes.
I just kind of push her away, start walking towards that circle. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, yeah, get him! Get him! I
fucking do it, bro!
So you gonna let him say that about your woman?
if this guy is like still like coming at me, it doesn't matter. If he's just talking back to me at this point, I'm gonna like start just pounding on his face. That I have
all right.
Yeah.
Noted. So,
yeah,
just right in there. What did you get, Omen?
20.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you are able to maintain the bulk of the crowd, the pulse of the entirety of the venue. They're still with you. This is different, but hey, you've got them on lock, hook, line, and sinker. Amazed and astonished at the performance and the natural stage presence, the charisma. But that circle around Jack, just this point, this area immediately around the vicinity, maybe about 7 or 8 people, maybe nine people, not including Jack, who you don't have them anymore. They're locked in on this. So, all right, you get a free one in on the man, on the dude who you shoved behind and got up in your face. He thought for good camaraderie reasons, but nah.
No.
There's no fellowship or brotherhood here. He shakes it off. People start jostling. You know, someone just give you a shove. You get, just like you're in the mosh pit. You get shoved off against the epicenter of this ring that's sort of formed around. It would be 6-7 foot ring around you where this is happening. The ladies are moving to the back, but still they're there. Yeah. Just the voraciousness, the hunger to see violence done, of course, is and it's on. What do you do in this moment? He's coming back at you. You are very high on stimulants.
Yeah, I'm like I'm all hopped up on tons of ecstasy and coke. I've been drinking, and I was doing coke for quite a while. I think we ran out by the end.
Yeah, for now, for
right.
sure. All right.
Yeah, if he's I got my free one in. If he's coming at me, I'm pulling my pistol.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
While he's doing that, I actually start making my way towards what would be the entrance to the back room, assuming there's a security. Make sure nobody gets in the back, and I start making my way towards him as this is going down. And I go up and I'm like, "Hey, do you see what's going on? Do we want to stop this?"
You initially you think you're trying to get in the back, and gives you that cold shoulder. Looking out. Puts you see his eyes flicker underneath the shades of some internal communications are taking place. We'll handle it.
I don't know. It's happening right now. You may want to go and take care of this.
I see it.
So I'm as this guy's coming up to me, I'm
Yeah, you're brandishing your pistol.
Yeah, and just directly into his face. I'm not, fingers not on the trigger, but
I mean, he was gonna do something. But he wasn't expecting that. His eyes go wide. The deer in the headlights.
Back the fuck
shit!
Up. Back the fuck up. And I look over back at the stage and I can see Rift. Now they're improvising this song, and there's this red aura around her, and I'm trying to there's some part of me that is clawing into my brain, trying to regain control, but I can't.
She sees you. See that she sees you now. First, there's a look of surprise and horror, and as you shut the fuck up, just going after this poor bastard. The look that only a woman who has your heart can give you, who can just destroy you, tear you apart with just a look, just a gesture, a single word, and you just see. There's no. Of course, she's still singing. She maintains her composure, practiced vocalist. The words aren't at you. But the eyes are, and you fucking cuck. You
oh god damn
bitch.
Oh man,
just losing your cool. Yeah. Just like fucking animal, you animal. And like all that cool corpo suaveness is like, all right, I see it behind the suit, behind the shade. You know what I'm talking about. The guy doesn't do anything. He just falls totally at your mercy. Some people start fucking leaving, going for the wings.
At this point, I'm literally like,
you see two other people start drawing pistols as well, and these people look like you don't know in the immediate moment, but as well, whether it's at you or just like right. It's on now.
I'm at this point, I just kind of put the pistol up and I start like backing up through the crowd. Like, I know that I've completely fucked up here, and I'm doing anything that I can to just get the fuck out of the club, away from this shame.
You see two people just going for it, like sharks through the crowd. They're not like pointing the gun right at you, like they're gonna gun you down, but they are armed, and they look like they definitely can use it. So what do you have in your arsenal? Are you trying to just not well, what are you trying to do? How are you trying to navigate?
I am like, I started backing away. I'm seeing these guys cutting through the crowd, and I'm going to, again, I'm not sure what's going on right now. Like, in a cooler situation, I would have put the gun away, talked my way out of this, but I can't tell. Are they coming for, like, are they really, really coming for me, or are they just going to kick me out? So I am trying to, like, now dart through the crowd and escape these guys.
Got it. All right. Very good. You can see briefest glimpses of this happening. The glint of hardware being brandished, not just from Jack, but from a couple other people. And you see, from your vantage point, 3 others. Not from the areas of security, but from the back of the crowd, from the bar area. Moving in, 2 moving towards Jack, the other sort of ducking back towards not the way you came in, but there's another, like a staff entrance to get maybe to the front of the house here. Brandished, moving back with practiced maneuverability. The bouncer security personnel you were speaking with, you can't hear what he's saying, but you see his lips moving as if he is communicating through some degree of cyberware with unseen individuals. He takes a step back into the room, the area behind what would go behind the stage, leaving you and the crowd there. Are you doing anything?
He stepped back.
He stepped back into the area that he was keeping you from entering.
Okay.
The doorway is open. He's entered into it. You're not sure. It's more than one room. It's likely a degree of corridors and other rooms. And there is, because you have the AR goggles, you know there's at least another floor above here. Where he has gone, you're not sure. But the door, for the moment, is open, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, so I actually, when he does that, I'm going to peek my head and follow behind him, quiet, not being like, hey, but stealthily.
Okay. Yep,
trying to get to that access point.
All right, make me a roll.
All right. What is that? 1d10 for interface?
No, for you're trying to stealth through?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, just sneak back behind. So yeah, that'd be a.
Right, your interface would not yet come into play. Are you trying to follow him, or are you just trying to be unseen?
I'm trying to get to the back because my goal is to get to that access point that's backstage.
Okay, you you do see him moving up a staircase.
Yeah.
At this point, make me a shadow track roll. And if you don't have that,
I've stealth. That's not, so it's just in. So
that will apply as well.
At a 15, and with stealth, it would be
okay.
18. 18 with stealth included.
Fair enough. Okay. Right. You move in, keeping a distance behind the man. You're passing through a number of different doors of transparent or frosted glass. Some of them are mundane supply closets for stock, for things such as slippery when wet signs, those sorts of mundane accoutrements. Up the stairs where he is going, that pulse of the node, the access point, shimmering even more vibrantly through your perceptions. You do note behind there, you could move up the stairs. There's also an entrance to essentially the green room, the room behind the stage, where the band and would prep before.
And there was an access point there, right? So it's the green room that the
correct.
Okay, so I'm going to make my way towards that access point.
Got it. Okay, you move in. There is no one in there at present. There is the hum of some AC HVAC unit early engaged here. There is a pleasant chill compared to the heat of the crowd, of the lights, of all of the electronics in the main area. Obviously, bottles, cups, glasses, beer and booze of various sorts, ashtrays, cigarettes, and the like are there. The scent of smoke and staling alcohol is present here, but there is an area where there are some instruments still scattered about, and there's a larger hookup, essentially. It almost resembles like a modern day washer dryer hookup, where some additional amps and less mobile pieces of equipment could be hooked up into, and there's a panel next to that, which you're familiar with such things. You know the correct way to sort of pop it open without the typical way of doing such, with a maintenance key or a tech key, something like that, or a chip. Okay.
Yeah, so
you were able to jack in if you so desire.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jack in. So yeah, I got 4 net actions. I'm gonna first jack in, which is a action. I'm gonna pathfind.
Okay. All right, so make me that roll.
Yeah. I rolled a 1. I'm pretty sure that's bad.
Okay. All right.
It's like total. It's like 11, but there's definitely 1. No, I'm 16 is my interface. No, yeah, just so interface plus 1d10. So I got a 8.
Got it. That is with your pathfind. So,
for pathfinding.
So the room around you flares, pulsing into reality, into existence about you. You see, a world layered onto the physical reality here that is similar but not by no means identical. It is fairly similar to the room that you are in, more angular, more muted in coloration. It's as if the saturation had been dialed quite low on the knob. There is a thoroughly obscured barrier or ceiling or a veil around your immediate surroundings. There is a door, an entry, an access point to the next level of this of the tower of this this facility's net infrastructure. Yeah. You do see almost can't get the distinct shape or sensibilities of it, but almost a scattering, scribbled, fractal, technicolor pattern moving chaotically, sort of just behind, as if something moving very rapidly in random movements. At the randomness, the sort of scattered chaos leads you to suspect some degree of a password. What's the word I'm looking for? A password would be required to alleviate that chaos into something which is formable, something which you can discern and proceed towards.
All right. I'm sorry.
One net action down.
I think it's 2 because jacking in takes 1. Pathfinder takes correct. 2. For my third action, I'm going to activate my worm program, which gives me +2 to backdoor checks.
Perfect.
Let's rezzed. And then with the third one, I'm going to try to break that password.
Excellent.
My roll. 15 total.
All right. You succeed. Describe what that looks like.
So what I see is it's almost a like the old school like asterisk. And as I'm doing the back door, you could see it's like symbols and numbers spinning and next one until I finally get it. And then I break through to go to the next floor.
Perfect. You do so. As that comes into view, Omen, you see Jack moving back. You have most of the crowd. You see that he's moving away, maybe gained some semblance of his head about him, but from your vantage point on the stage, security and it looks like a couple other droogs, if you will, moving through the crowd towards him, some to head him off, but you've prevented a catastrophic circumstance.
Yeah.
At least for the crowd, maybe not a catastrophic circumstance from taking place to Jack.
Right. One of the benefits of charismatic leadership is being able to, like, when you're in groups of 10 or more, to actually get them to do something, right? You can incite that, right? So, seeing him sort of, the logical thing to do, right? I'm up there already. I pick back up that busted vodka bottle, pour it, I drink it, and I just yell, "Mosh!" And I'll get down on the floor, and I'll just, with everybody, to try and incite that physicality, that bumping, that moving, to intentionally let Jack move away while everyone else is in a thrall of this.
Okay. Right on. All right, and that, you just needed to say the word. It's what they wanted all along. Since you got up there and the harpy's wings started beating, they just get with it. Just like, when the headliner of the show, everybody rushes to the stage. Everybody moves from the back to the front, and for you, Jack, the seas sort of part. What becomes what is a dense ocean becomes far more easy to navigate as people start moving past you, dispersing far and away, this to left, to the right. People on the wings are trying to get the last bit of courage in them. You can't deny the man with the sticks when he commands you to get in that mosh pit, and so they answer. You also see who's coming for you, but you have a clear path to get there.
To the exit.
Yes. Correct.
All right. Yeah, I'm booking it at this point. It's like gun is put away. If there's anyone who is maybe associated with the club who's not security, as I'm walking by, just hands kind of up, but I'm booking it as kind of as fast as I can to get out of there as discreetly as I possibly can at this point.
Okay. You are able to. It's not quite discreet, but fortunately, most people are focused at the stage right now. You're booking it. You don't notice. So you leave your boy in the booth. Who's to say what the circumstances will be? Because you still have your firearm out as you.
Oh no, I put that away. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah. I know you had it sort of like raised.
I did, and then this was I put it away, and now I'm walking out. Yeah. Trying to get some semblance of my head back on.
All right, so you're basically booking it at this point. Member of security coming in trying to cut you off. You make it to you slam through the push bar doors and we'll come back to that.
Cool.
Meanwhile, in the green room, you see in here there are a number of hanging from those digital strands, as if there's those old style radio mics that you'd bring, or like strange digital fruit hanging from this sort of flat ceiling. A multitude of various files stored within this floor, this chamber. There is another door which you see, but you cannot see beyond. Your pathfinding preventing you from discerning any clarity with regards to how many more floors there might be or what might be beyond.
Yeah, what I want to accomplish, I need to get to the top floor of this thing. So, with I had one final net action. I am going to actually activate Speedy Gonzalez, which gives me +2 to speed.
Okay.
While it's rezzed. And then I'm going to go up the next level.
Okay.
Finally. I'm in a hurry. I'm assuming I heard like the mosh stuff going on. I'm just
sure you're still aware of your physical surroundings.
The energy is getting even higher up there. So yeah, I'm in a hurry. I'm just gonna start going through floors.
Would you make me an interface roll, please?
It would be a 9 total.
Okay, so you move through the doorway, sort of forcing it through. Take essentially 2 points of damage that is not accrued to your physicality, right? You know how this works. Just keep note of that, as you just forced through something that is blocking or attempting to block your way, or perhaps alleviate or deviate any undesired access. However, you move to the next floor, you see almost triangular chamber, this room, a long hallway, almost ribbed in some strange fashion. Another floor above where you are, you see there are sconces in this chamber. There's different windows looking out into different portions of the club Purgatory. The interior, the exterior, the back rooms. You see the security guy that you had followed in here conversing with someone else whose back is towards that viewport. You also see something begin to move through almost the rafters of this place, of some program. It's not abide your presence here. Any means of defending yourself.
I'm going to attempt to actually to slide past whatever that is.
Got it.
And that is, again, just an interface roll.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I can't remember if speed plays into this, but it's 13 before the speed of Gonzalez. I think it's only for initiative is the speed.
That's fine. You were able to slide, and presumably you're sliding
to get to the next floor. Yeah.
Okay, noted. There is a cylindrical, well, you're not sure what it might be, some ornamentation, some piece of architecture in here, which is occluded with a variety of glyphs, mathematical, digital programming symbology to it, like a hardened carapace about this object within here, requiring a password be cracked.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get to the top floor. I want to put a virus in as the main thing with this, so that's try to backdoor that password.
Excellent. As you do that, we're going to switch the scene. Omen. The crowd is moshing. You see Jack bolt to the door. Looks like he may have gotten away. How adamantly security wants to pursue the matter, who's to say? But you think he's made it to the doors. You've come in here and you've been here before, not for a while. But the crowd is, you're playing them expertly as you're playing those drums, as expertly as you're performing your part. It feels good to be here. And at this is the final, the banshee wail of Sable, comes to that final conclusion. She hits the note. Obviously, she does, and you bring it on home with the final, again riffing at this point with the mosh. Boom. The crowd goes even wilder with the cathartic release of the drop of the conclusion of the performance, or of the song, and you're bathing in it, in the glory,
and also bathing in sweat at this.
And vodka.
It's been a while since
It's been a while.
Sable
turns back to you, and there's that grimace of whatever recognition, or whatever not recognition to your eyes, but whatever transpired there. But she's feeling it too. There's just that starstruck. They often say don't meet your heroes, but for her in this moment, one of those rare moments where you meet that celebrity, you meet that movie star, you meet that frontman, you meet that idol, and they actually do meet and maybe even exceed in this moment your expectations, and she's about it.
Well, I'm going to finish up, the drumsticks out into crowd. The the coif of wet hair from sweat and vodka just flung backwards, those droplets everywhere. I will depart the stage, moving my massive frame over to one of the semicircular booths, and I will very much in that 80s rock, all of the hair bands, but also those dirty country gangsters of the 80s and 70s, just sort of like lounge into it, leg up on the table, and just talk, right? Talk shop, talk fandom, talk signing some boobs, whatever the deal is. And because at the end of the day, whatever Jack's got going on, that's not my monkey and not my neon circus. So,
right on.
For now, because this is so much better than reality.
Oh yeah, so you're dipping back into the crowd and
yeah, just going to a table and chilling.
Gotcha. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Sable, of course, and the rest of the band will like join you. Taking in that adoration. Theo, your result?
It was a 12. No, I'm sorry, 14 with because of the worm program.
Okay. I roll it at cipher, this sort of cylindrical object, portions of the code moving, back and forth like a tumbler. A portion of it you were able to essentially access. There are inventory logs, expenses, income, those sorts of things. Inventory of booze, food, replacement electronic parts, admission sales, liquor sales, food sales, that sort of thing. A ledger for the past month. Also a list of admissions scans of VIP people who have been in Club Purgatory also for the last month. You have numbers of general admission over the last month, but not the records. And you, within the files that you were able to access, also of note, a recent, what's the word I'm looking for? A net infrastructure upgrade with essentially a corporate signature. You also do see there is another level above here. It is also at this point, though, you hear with your actual ears performance being over, the roadies and the staff shuffling, moving with the lightning quickness that they always do, gathering with the wires, the instruments and the like. You hear movement on their way back from the stage to the green room.
All right. I'm going to do one more Pathfinder check to see how many more floors.
Sure, you can attempt that again.
I got. Rolled a 2, so
you're not able to.
9, great.
There's at least one more floor. But,
yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna run an ID check to see if I can find the last time Manny was here.
Okay.
With the cipher.
Say again.
Using like the
excellent
cipher. So I just got 16 with that. So just when was the last time Manny was here?
Yes, he was. He was here also with the company of a. In this particular log, it would come up as a Suzanne Sheridan.
Suzanne Sheridan. All right, and when was the last time he was here?
4 days ago.
4 days ago? All right, then I'm going to do a quick cloak to hide that I was here. Gives me a 14 for that, and then I'm going to jack out.
Okay, excellent.
And then after I jack out, I'm gonna make my way out before anybody gets in the green.
You were able to do that. You see Omen on his throne, essentially in the booth. No
right.
sign of Jack.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Omen then.
Okay.
And kind of get his attention while not trying to grab
but the scene. The scene is
else.
Yours at this point. The two of you are together, so
yeah.
take
So
it away.
When I get a moment, I'm just gonna. So Manny was here 4 days ago. With somebody. Where's Jack? Omen.
You are on mute, sir.
You are on mute. In the meantime, while this is taking place,
there we go.
Or take it away.
So, sort of looking up. What?
Jack, go.
Like, looking around, looking at these people who matter, looking at I'll like gesture, bottle in hand towards the door, swinging my feet off the table back down to the floor. That way he left. Why?
All right. Well, I got some information. I'll let you continue your little reunion tour or whatever. I'm gonna head out. Take off the goggles, and I start heading out.
Meanwhile, as this is taking place, you duck out into the cold, comparatively cold. It is Miami and it is nighttime, but it is comparatively cooler than within the broiler there, especially with the nerves pumping, the heart beating, and the lungs flaring. Into the night air. Member of staff dragging right behind you. The door slams. It opens again. Where you going, Chum? You can pull shit like that?
And I'm just I'm already got like a cigarette in my mouth, and at this point I'm like calling Sable's number to start leaving really angry messages, and I just I just flip them off and keep walking. Like, I'm out of the club. You have no authority or jurisdiction here, dude. I'm just walking down the street.
Okay. What I would like you to do is make me some suave, some cool roll that is that you possess, which is appropriate here.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can recompose your corpo bastardry.
Right.
Enough to technically right. But.
So okay. So if this guy is coming at me from behind,
yep.
if he says like one more word, I'm gonna turn on him, and I'm gonna pull an intimidate roll on him.
Go for it.
So that is intimidate plus. Is that gonna be cool or empathy? I don't know which attribute to add to this.
I believe it is a cool roll.
Cool. All right, cool.
Maybe mistaken, but we'll roll with it for the moment.
All right, so I roll a 19 on this. My plan
I was right.
is when he turns.
Take it away.
Okay, so
where the fuck you going?
I turn around and I walk straight back up to him, blow smoke in his face, and I go, "You do realize that I spend more money here every night than you make in a year. You get that, don't you? And this is where I pull the big card. Do you have any idea who I work for?
Dump for tonight.
And I put my I'm still like way too drugged up. Yeah, try to put my finger like on his lips to make him but it's like you know, and I say, you don't want to know who I work for, and they don't want to know anything about you. So we're gonna keep it that way. Turn around, go the fuck back inside.
He's just he knows he's got nothing. He's born poor, gonna die poor.
That's what I thought. I turn around and I get that phone out.
All right.
Is this scene continues with me here then?
Yes.
So all right, I'm calling Sable's phone and I'm leaving like message after message on here. Some of them are like, look, I just lost my cool, you know me, and others are like, you know I do business here. What the fuck are you doing fucking up my contacts? I'm working with that guy. It's like, and some of them are, again, it's like, I always loved you, fuck you. Like,
the whole
spectrum.
Whole relationship is
yeah, exactly. And then finally, excellent. You know, I leave like 4 of those. And then I send a quick text message to Will and said something came up, I had to go.
All right, I like that. Meanwhile, inside, well, actually, I take that back. Theo, you were moving towards the exit.
I was heading outside, yeah. Wherever.
Right, so it's at this point as you send the final text, another came up, had to go. You take a drag of the cigarette, coming from around. Well, you're moving back towards the front. The two of you reconnoiter.
Man, you corpos sure know how to make a scene, isn't that right?
Oh, I just kind of turn around and I say, never speak of this again.
Don't worry, I don't care enough to speak about it again. Anyway, got a little bit of info on Manny, who was here 4 days ago with some lady, Susan Sheridan, I don't know.
Does the correct name ring a bell for me? Would this be like a corpo person that I'm aware of?
No, but okay. This is a name that on on initial scan, I think you had used the chip. Frequent contact of Manny's, one of the dossiers. You hadn't delved into it, but the name
right
pings.
I say, good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little fucked up right now. I probably have to sleep this one off, but I got good news for us as well. I think I got us the meat.
Excellent.
We're gonna need to prep. Whenever Omen decides to get off the stage and come do some work.
No, don't worry, he's gotten off the stage, now he's just signing tits and shit.
Typical. Fucking rockers.
Yeah, right.
And I say, I got us the meat set up. I'm working with Will. And we're gonna get this info. We're gonna get Manny.
All right. Do we want to go check any other places he hung out, or when's this
I'm gonna say,
happen?
Look, if you guys want to do that tonight, that's up to you. I've gone a little too hard, and I know when I gotta quit.
Fucking worthless. Okay.
It's about 3:45 right now.
Yeah.
No, maybe. About 3:15. A little bit earlier.
I'm gonna say, besides, I got a job. I gotta go to work tomorrow. And pick this up later.
Yeah, fucking corpo. Okay, we got the number. I guess I'll hang out, wait for Omen. Whatever.
Okay. in a montage, this scene progresses. You didn't think you had this many fans when you were, it's certainly not you specifically. Maybe someone else who shall remain nameless for the moment. He had fans.
Well, we had fans.
Yeah.
He had followers.
Apropos. Quite accurate. Tonight,
but I think that does hit me at some point. So this large crowd will turn into a small crowd of like 3-4 individuals. Ones who a bit older. They talk a better game, and that will move back the bad omen, because I can open up whenever I want because it's mine. It's me. I'm Omen, and so riding back over there and enjoying the party for a few more hours until the early morning at the bar because we can.
Most definitely, and you get the numbers, the contacts of Sable and the rest of her band, and she goes on. As time goes on, she does read those messages, of course, throughout the party, and that's all she needs to start just hating on Jack, right to you. All the bullshit, all the whining, all the insecurities, all the fucking
whining. Okay.
the whole download of the relationship is basically given straight to you, whether you want it or not. It is the whole horror show. For lack of a better better word. She and her are on again, off again thing. Clearly the fires of passion are very strong, and the throes of youth are as chaotic as they ever are. But yeah, you have a colleague and a friend, maybe more, in her and her band, Speed the Collapse, as they are all about. Well, it's all in the name, right? Better or for worse. And you hang out at the bar with fans for a number of more hours. The scene fades. Night continues. No further crises happen to you. At the very least, you are most welcome, Omen, back to perform again. This was great, that incident notwithstanding, but hey, this is certainly fantastic from their point of view. The moon descends, and that fuchsia sun, that fuchsia dawn, rises boiling like some neon egg crackling on the hood of some glorious sports car far too expensive for most people to afford. As the heat and the humidity rise once more. 9 to 5. The 24-hour news stream and data stream trawling, or the morning details of maintenance of your establishment, Omen, take place, and I'm going to bring it back into scene for all of you when you all communicate and correspond together. I'm going to meet somewhere or plan via call, whatever. Take it away for all of you. Day has passed. Or the night has passed, I should say.
So earlier than you would expect, you guys start getting messages from Jack, giving you the lowdown on this meetup that's going to happen. I believe that and correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, I believe I'm still waiting on confirmation of the time and the place for this meet. But we'll be, I fill them in on exactly what happened, talking about how we are going to be the ones handling the transaction for Will's company, making the buy, getting this information, presumably with Manny. And I'm also going to let them know that I'm going to try and pull some of our corporate resources into this and provide us a little muscle.
I'm gonna through this day, go to a local park near a data terminal and start doing some research on the Susan Sheridan.
Okay.
See what comes up with that.
Okay. We'll get to that in a moment.
Yep.
I've also got some stuff I'll do as well, but I'll let anyone else continue first.
Gotcha.
I literally have no way of contacting either of these guys unless they show up in my bar. Aside from like returning some text messages, which I will do probably as early what Jack would expect, as I do have to go and take care of the bar. But I'm Omen is walking around sort of tall in himself at the moment. He's a man almost immune to hangovers, so this morning is more about like, damn, that felt good. And for the first time, it's like, maybe we should get some of these stains off the wall. Okay? Minotaur. So we just see like not just Minotaur doing it, right? Like it's Omen and Minotaur over there like scrubbing at some stains, and maybe there's a second chance for old places like this.
I like the good Omen more than the bad. Well, except when things need handling.
Fuck you say?
It gives you that playful punch to the deal there. Excellent. Well, we're at the park. Palm trees, the clear azure skies above. Detritus of people coming and going, the delinquents, the vagrants, you perhaps chief among them, in this moment. Accessing the data term, whatever accoutrements you have to access the net, what have you, looking in on this woman. And you, of course, also have the dossier files, cross-referencing those. That name is provided. There is a not a police or a biotech. This isn't a municipal file. This is a corporate file. Specifics of which would require further attempts and investigation at, but that is clear to you, especially someone like yourself who deals through such channels to acquire your equipment. A medical file indicating a number of cybernetic augmentations that have been made. There are pictures, profiles, not like a police mugshot, but again, more like a medical examiner, almost. Front shot, profile, left, right, close-ups on certain areas of the body, the hands, primarily where certain cybernetics have been added. This woman you see before you in picture, see Suzanne Sheridan, aka or alias Susie Shimmers, a association with a name you're aware of, being someone who's from Miami, a gang of some sort known as the Gold Brickers. She stunningly stunningly beautiful. Woman you would estimate, if you looked at her picture, 23, 24. By her records, she's actually 29. But cybernetics can shave off a few years. Cosmetic features have been, or perfections have been added to where flesh is flesh and skin is as it is. But along the face, arms, the legs, these cosmetic or we'll say cosmetic additions to the skin, these sort of inlays, almost like filigree or plates or accents along the cheekbones and the perspective features of the face, the collarbone, of what looks like gold plating. It flexes like flesh does for the most part. It just adding this supermodel-esque physique, adding an additional glitz, glamour, and flair to
blending to the like Susan Shimmer or whatever you.
Right.
Yeah. And is she part of the gang, or she's just has associations with that?
She's part of the gang.
Part of that gang.
More details we'll have to investigate as to what. There's no information as to what they're all about. You've heard the name. They're players in the arena of Miami. What they're about specifically, you're not sure. She has a number of essentially multi-tools, which have been fastened for analog and digital manipulation of equipment, and also of locks of various sorts, which have been inlaid and input into the fingers and into the hands, or into the left hand, I should say. She has a monowire that emerges from the right wrist. The fingernails, one fingernail in each hand can be equipped essentially with some manner of drug or substance for injurious implementation, and a number of communications cyberware that is not beyond the pale for someone of any degree of means. Internal personal assistant, that sort of thing, telecom interface, that manner of circumstance. So there is a reflex boost cyberware, which has been added to the base of the spine as well. The rest of her gimmick is again this cosmetic gold aspect that's been added to her. Just as a note, that's what the dossier indicates. There's also a address of residence. Susie Shimmers also owns a small recording studio as well, a small business. These addresses are provided to you in this dossier. So I want to provide that. If you want to investigate any further, consider that through your own means.
As I get all this stuff, I'm just gonna Jack, just kind of send hey, where's a good place to send you some files to went through the dossier, looking up some stuff. Where do you want me to send this for you?
And I respond with like a not a work connected account, but basically like an encrypted email, a totally nondescript username.
Yeah, and so I'll send that stuff, some of the stuff I found myself, highlighting the stuff from the dossier, referencing like this is from the dossier, this is something I found, and pass that stuff on to Jack. Then I think how could I get that to Omen? Fuck it, he doesn't need to know.
So I'm gonna, as I'm,
Excellent.
I've got like 3 monitors up in my office. I'm sitting here taking care of this. I'm absorbing this information that he's given me, but there's 2 or 3 things that are going through my mind right now. First is trying to get these plans set up for the meet as much as I can, in balancing what resources I can actually call on from the company in terms of getting us some muscle, but also making some upgrades to myself. So I'm going to set up an appointment with our company surgeon to essentially get a new cyber module installed. I don't remember, I don't have the book open at the moment, but it is the one that will allow me to basically download data and whatnot to local memory from an external source.
Okay.
I think it was a fairly inexpensive and fairly non-invasive surgery.
That is fine.
Right.
We'll let that ride. You were able to call upon your corporate resources.
Sweet. But in the meantime, I have a little bit of work to do for Will, which is showing him my act of loyalty in that I'm going to twist the knife with the company. And for that, I'm going to ask one of my junior associates, Kira, who we discussed last time, to do a little work for me on our current project. And once she returns back with anything, I'm going to start forging a bunch of entries into it, making it appear as though I have continued to screw over the company.
So she steps in. You call her into your office. Mm-hmm. So, I know you wanted that those files, the latest figures on your desk. Just 15 more minutes. I'm almost.
Give me what you have right
collated.
now. I'm tired of waiting on you. You are so slow. I don't even know how you got hired. How'd you pass the interview? If I had interviewed you, you never would have worked here. Do you have the files? Yes or no? Right now.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Get out.
It was, very much, Pat Bateman's secretary
right.
kind of dynamic here.
Great. So I'm going to take a look at what she's got, and immediately I'm already finding some errors and mistakes, things that had she had the 15 minutes, maybe she could have corrected. But I let them lie. I keep the mistakes in there, and I go to work and start twisting the knife, so to speak. And I do have some forgery ability as well. So
yes, please make such a roll for me, if you will.
I'm assuming that is int plus forgery.
Yes.
Okay. Which is going to be...
Of course, everybody do not forget you have an attribute called luck.
17.
Okay. All right. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And the final... I just have one more thing before we go. I'm also... The initial breach into our system that was an attempt to fuck me over in my meeting. I'm checking with IT to see if they've gotten any results on that.
You ping them up. Well, that's fine. So your data term, your computer terminal, the video call. You call them up. Of course, a man with an office. You don't need to put in a ticket.
Yeah.
The ticket line is cut. In your case. Yes. Something I could help you with.
Yeah, there is, Davis. I put in a request yesterday There was a breach in our system from an external source. I want to know what you've been able to find on that.
We've been on it. It's well tracked, well cloaked. Whoever did it certainly knew what they were doing and had the backing and the software to make it happen. But we've been at it throughout the night. We've had the debuggers and such. I won't bore you on the details. Long and the short of it, haven't narrowed it to a specific building, a specific address yet. We will soon. Certainly coming from somewhere in Hyalea. Now, if I took the initiative to cross-reference any of our competitors, any interests of ours, which we have in that vicinity, a couple of zip codes therein, there's a holding, not of ours, but an area where Excision has been attempting to move forward with. And you would recognize that name as
Will's company. Yeah, this is exactly what I was anticipating.
Yep.
So I go.
We'll be on it though. We'll have an IP. We'll have an address. I have already taken the liberty of setting the staging ground to requisition a solo team if you so desire once we figure out where.
Let's get all the details before we act.
Okay.
No point in moving on anything without complete information. But this is all I need for now. Thank you. And I just, before he says anything, I hang up. And this is like the entire time, everything that I've been doing is like all like simultaneously, like multitasking.
Right.
Like the Adderall is coursing through my veins.
Yeah, of course.
And
7 monitors,
Yeah.
all around.
So at that point, I'm going to get a little suspicious now. The fact that Will was already trying to screw me over. And now that I've gone to him and told him that I did indeed fuck up. Is there some sort of trap here?
Was it the fuck up you were meant to have, that we're engineered to have?
Right.
What's to say?
So with that, I'm going to let this kind of paranoia stew with me for a bit. And I'm going then to go get some quick surgery done.
Okay. Yeah, and there, of course, your company is a cyberware and medtech corporation. The luxury therein of having an on-site, your corporation is sufficient enough. You head down, from your perspective, down to level 14. And the antiseptic sting entering your nostrils as moving forward through trauma rooms where the solos are patched up, R&D laboratories, different aspects of pharmacology or synthesis with chemicals on neurostims or reflex boosters of the like might commingle and work together or not, as the case may be. But there is a, for our terminology, this would essentially be, at this level, an outpatient surgery. There isn't even a doctor that meets you. It's all done by, RoboDoc. Check in the requisition, essentially. But you are tended to. Whole ordeal, surgery, and recovery time. Under an hour, basically. Or set to proceed.
Yeah, so it's not like a nanowire or anything like that, but it is basically just a cable that I can jack in. Comes out of I pull it from the wrist and just kind of loosen it up a couple of times, and I go back to my office and plug into my terminal and just ensure that everything is working properly.
Of course, apart from the pileup of emails which have taken place already,
right,
in your absence, but. It's the nature of the game. It
is the nature of the game. So at that point, yeah, I'm going to try and arrange to have I think my resources ability is 6. So I'd like to not max that out in terms of what I can get for company resources. But if we could requisition 2 solos to come with us, I think that would probably be good enough. Yeah, for the meet.
Or immediately.
For the meet, not immediately.
Okay. So you have them on standby.
Basically on standby. Yeah. So for when that info comes in, for when we need to move, they'll be ready.
And towards the tail end of your workday, you do get through appropriate private channel from not from Will directly, but from you can ascertain a bouncing of the message chain. The meet will be in three nights from now is when this meet will take place.
Got it. I'll respond to him and say we'll take care of it. And here's the extra sauce you asked for, and I'll send him my forged documents.
Okay.
Look forward to doing business with you again in the future.
Sweet, this looks good. We'll be in touch.
And from there, I'm gonna kind of I'll pass on some details. Again, I'm just sending off a message to Theo about we got the solo team in place on standby, and our meet is going to be 3 nights from now. And then I'm going to remember I have no way to contact Omen. So I'm going to message you again. How are we supposed to get in touch with Omen? This guy doesn't even have a phone.
I will go to his bar. I've been there a few times. The people know me. I'll pass this info along.
You know what? Tell me where it is. I'll come with you.
Give him by this place and next to the titty bar across the street.
Next to the crack house and
yeah.
Yeah. So I get this address and wait until an appropriate time that I can actually leave my job, and then head down there.
A few more hours, you were able to. You do get as a point, perhaps for a couple of your, you have some meetings blocked out on the calendar. Maybe you have your personal calls screened or blocked, or emails or what have you. As a note, you will when you step out of your final meeting for the day, 7 messages from Sable, return volley, of course, coming back.
Right.
The whole shade of the human emotional spectrum, obviously, much like yourself.
Yeah, I'm not listening to any of them.
That is a lie. I noted.
Not yet. I'm just.
Yep.
And if any of these are text messages, I'm leaving them on delivered. I'm not letting her get the satisfaction of knowing that I read
subtle
any of them.
Power play.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Scene changes. You having determined what to do. It is dusk. Those blue skies turning to that soft soft orange and pink Miami shade, the gradient, the last bit of the upper disk of the sun visible along the coastal road as you move either together or separately towards Omen's Bar to reconnoiter all three of you. That hot air moving through the upon the hood of the vehicle, perhaps from entering into the open windows, the AC maybe not being for some of you, maybe both of you, who's to say, not as equipped for the Miami heat. Who knows? I'll leave that to your imaginations. But in the dying light of this neon day, move to the bar. Take it away. The scene is yours.
So as you pull, the parking lot has at least double or triple the number of cars that have been there anytime you've been there. A few motorcycles, one or two actual nice looking cars, like not to Jack's level of nice, but above what you would expect to find out here. The bar sits against...
More than like I've seen again.
Yeah, definitely. The bar sits against like a canal in my... This tall reeds behind it, a houseboat behind it. There are on either side these neon sharp lights that sort of buzz on as mosquitoes hit them. Dual purpose technology here. These sharks that go snap close as mosquitoes are running into them. Some of these mosquitoes, perhaps the size of small birds. We are in that part of Miami. But the place is lively. There are people on the patio hanging out, drinking. The doors open. Tables are actually full of people. There's a Minotaur moving his way around. There is Cassandra moving her way around. And then a couple of young teeny boppers that you've not met doing the same thing in their booty jean shorts and crop tops. There is an older guy in his mid-30s, early 40s on this stage. And he's playing an electric guitar. He's jamming out some older songs. This is Maxwell from the Gremlins. If you were a connoisseur of the better days of music, called him up on short notice, got him in here. There's a bit of a revival in these 2 nights only of old time hard rock music, and he's up there playing. It's not the same vibe it was in the crowd. No one's stomping their feet and screaming except for his wife. You can see her and her cigarette hanging out of her mouth and her nasty, like, lumpy body now tightly crammed into latex pants and a shirt that you think says Gremlins, but it's so faded, who knows? But yeah, Omen is just up at the bar, sitting on a stool, his elbows back on the bar, a whiskey in his hand, and talking to people as they pass.
When I get to the bar, I get in. First thing I do is swing open the doors. Whose dick do I got to suck to get a smoke around here?
Like 4 different people, and then go, hey! Because those are like the 4 people that have been here for like a couple of days. Perhaps they live here. But Minotaur actually just brings you over a pack of cigarettes on a tray and does like one of those really like fancy bows.
Thank you, sir.
I'll pour my whiskey across the room to you.
And I give him a good, extra good tip for the smokes. And thank you, sir. Pull one out. I start walking over to Omen, lighting up the cigarette, and I tell Minotaur, "Hey, give me what Omen's got."
I'm sure he does.
Indeed, he does.
Yeah, so I finish the conversation, and I kind of gesture with my head towards the bar stool that someone's sitting on, and that person vacates to give you a seat.
I believe Jack's gonna be meeting us here soon. He's got his corpo shit he's got to deal with.
You would deign to stoop, huh?
Yeah, right. I don't think he understands what this place is. I'm sure we'll get an earful from it.
Sure, I won't care. Well, business is good. You can see.
Yeah, you don't look better than it was the other day. You think that performance you gave was has something to do with it?
Maybe. That's what's her name? Sable from Speed the Collapse. She kind of threw the name out there. I didn't even know she knew where the place was until we brought her here, but she knew how to get here, so who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I'm gonna ride the high for now.
She's not gonna be here tonight, is she? I don't want to deal with Jack with that.
No promises. I much like Jack, I don't control that woman. So, but then I'll kind of lean in towards. I smell like definitely like too much aftershave, like cologne. Like not enough to choke you, but enough that even you're like, damn, bro. Damn.
Yeah, really? You didn't smell like this the other night.
But so I mean, business is good, but the other business is going to be good.
Yeah, I did some research today. Did some. There was oh fuck, I can never remember her name. Susan Sheridan. She a seed of mayonnaise.
It's Susie Shimmer, right?
Yeah.
I picked up the name somewhere. Can't promise you I remember where.
Slide a file over to him. To this is what I got. I looked over the dossier, did some cross-referencing.
You gave me a paper file or like a data pad type.
Whichever you prefer.
I would do the date like a dated.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I grab it and like, you know, like those bar top like post. I'm talking about like where you're in like a bar, they have those cheap ass like you put your quarters in.
Yeah.
So I just like jack it into that and that bitch around to like look at it.
Nice.
So it's like god awful like graphics. I'm having like to press the play next button just repeatedly to like move through the pages. Huh. Oh, and I'll pull it back out. I'm sure there's lots of important information on this.
Yeah. We can discuss it when Jack gets here. I don't.
Yeah, sure.
See, maybe he pulled up some stuff himself.
Yes, there is more on the entire dossier that you haven't looked at yet.
Yeah.
Well, I hear. Yes.
High times. I think I just get it started. Joe, you read this? You've seen this? He brings up a pad on his gimmick there. One of the if you're in the know in the rocker boy scene, the blogs, the sites they're in, shit tons of views, etc. Harpy takes flight once again. You see, there's pictures. There's a whole thing done up on the events of last night. And the buzz is down the rocker sphere now.
So like I like there's a big ass smile on my face. A meaty hand holding that. And I start flicking through. I'm reading it, and then there's that one line in there towards the end. But where was Jackson? And I just I hand it back to the man. Well, better than nothing, I guess.
Gives you the slap on the shoulder, missing your change in emotion there and riding high, but.
I take it and I let that sort of reset me. Yeah. Who was around?
Hell yeah! Play Mogwai!
He does. Many of the lyrics referring to not being fed after midnight.
Of course.
But I'll take my whiskey, and nudge you, Theo, to walk out to this sort of like, it looks like one of those country style like wraparound, just like you might see in front of like that restaurant, Cracker Barrel, right?
Yeah.
Like it's got it's like replete with the rocking chairs and like fucking like barrels on it. Like I might have just stolen them from Cracker Barrel. But I go out there and I light up a cigarette and I lean against the posts and am waiting for that third misfitting car to show up. Right, like there's two nice cars out here. There will be a third soon.
When we get out there, I go and sit on one of those rocking chairs and I look at you and go, "Hey, look, I'm a rocker boy."
Mm.
Oh, but seriously, I'm not.
I'd say he'd be here all week, but he won't.
So at this point, I think the company car is arriving. And I'm looking around like,
Indeed.
Where am I right now? Door slides up. And again, step out. Italian leather shoes. Looking much more professional this time than the kind of club attire. Full suit and looking basically perfectly manicured. No sign of any hangover. The immense amount of drugs and alcohol consumed the previous night seemingly having no effect on this 21-year-old corporate pup. I step out. What have you gentlemen found for me?
You talking to us?
Yeah. I got the meat set up. Did some research on my own. I got the team ready. What are you bringing to the table?
I look at like the 3-4 people who are out here and why don't y'all head inside? It's all minutes around on
They're
me.
looking at this guy like, what even is this thing?
Right, well, also, the only thing that ever comes dressed anywhere near someone looking to close the bar.
Yep. Yeah, so there's definitely
Yes.
the grimaces, the white knuckling, the
Yeah.
hands wrapped around the pool sticks. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I
But
just
you're-
usher them inside with a drink.
And that's enough for them, you know. Seeing that you're not perturbed, they take it on in.
Listen, you got.
Even the three of you
I
out
sent you what I found earlier. I'm assuming if we're meeting up with this Manny guy at any point, based on what you said, I can't imagine that gang's not going to be too far around them. You know, with Susie Shimmer being associated with them. This guy's, he's good. He's been running around. He's going to have his back covered.
That's true. And to clarify, since it has been 3 weeks, our goal is to retrieve Manny and the data for this gentleman who hired us, correct?
So the order of that is best case scenario, Manny, and the data. The order of operations would be that, the data, Manny, and
Data
failure on both
is more
unacceptable.
important than Manny.
Data is more important
but
than he is.
if we can get Manny, that sweetens the deal.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
A little bonus.
Yeah. I've got 2 of our company solos that can join us, so we'll have a little extra muscle. I've had a little time to go over the data on Susie Shimmer, but nothing came up in our corporate records of any note on my end. What can you guys tell me about her?
Like you said, she's got she's associated part of some, I don't know, gang that golden something. I know I've heard of them around here, but I've never had any dealings with them directly. So, I could do some more research, try to find how big they are. I just found some information. I basically just headed over here, so.
No, the golden whatever is a gang, not a nomad group, right?
That is a gang. Correct. You, Omen, have been around the block a bit more, and in the game longer. You would know that the Gold Breakers, the name of the gang, they are they're not a booster gang, they're not dregs. Their gimmick is aesthetics, pomp, circumstance, and they have a name for themselves as thieves, essentially. They heist things, high net worth things, art, expensive merchandise, etc., of various sorts. They all have, again, in the name, there's that aesthetic outward gimmick of the gold there, and so they present themselves with a bit of the glitz and the glamour. Cat burglars and the like. They're not smashing over munitions depots or convenience stores on the opposite side of the equation. They're going after specific goods, specific items, and so that's what you know. Anything more than that would require further investigation. There is also, I'll do this as brief as I can, the full suite of the information that you've been given. There's this woman. She is a member of Goldbricker's gang. There is also another associate, possibly former associate of Manny's, by the name of Dr. Fitz. Street name is Black Glove, a ripper duck, in the area of the roads on the exterior of Miami border, basically, or the limits of the city limits. He's had some cyberware done, some jobs done. He's been patched up time and again. The details of the relationship beyond that are not known. That is, even he also owns fairly similar to you, Omen. He has a dive bar, essentially. It's just called The Spot, and there is also a frequent like a lounge that Manny has frequented in the past, in Bricktown, near the center, the center city, more or less, area of called Tech Noir, which he has been known to frequent. These are sort of the details that the dossiers have provided to you.
The last time we were playing, the gentleman told us that the two places he frequented were Club Purgatory and the Place. Are the Place and the Spot two different things, or the same place?
I misspoke. Yes, the Place.
No problem.
Yep.
Just.
And Omen, you know about the Place as a bar. I don't know, if, Nick. If I have a Streetwise 3, I don't know if I know of that place.
You've heard of it. Never been.
Okay.
It's in a shit part of town.
Shittier than this?
Like an actual, like, this is the exterior. These are like, we're getting out into the sticks, right? With your place, Omen. The place is in like a legit bad place to be. Not, we're not talking combat zone, but similar, not that far off. So a dangerous part, and far and away from the Corpo district, right?
So I'll relay as much, that. Look, I don't know the same thing you guys know, connections you do, but I would guess that Manny's using Susie as his intermediary, right? Maybe they have more experience moving stuff like this. Well, not like this, but of the price tag.
Well, from what it sounds like with this gang, this is probably even a little out of their league with, whatever, we're looking for this dude.
Maybe. But I mean, people are always looking to move up.
Yeah.
Where is this meet supposed to go down, Jack?
You don't have a location yet. You just have a date.
Yeah, I only have the time.
Location will follow.
Location's going to come soon. I'm wondering if we should go and check this Susie Shimmers out and this gang out a little beforehand, but I don't want to give them an opportunity, tip them off and have them go into hiding, because that could jeopardize the meet. But I also don't like walking in blind.
I don't have any legitimate reason to deal with Shimmer or the Goldbreakers. Nothing I have is worth anything that they want.
I mean, I would say let's check out this other bar, but I don't know, I have a feeling, Jack, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb there.
I will. Not only that, if we go check out their bar, and then a few days later we show up to that meet, they're going to know something's up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So do we wait it out? We try to get our location.
Clarify real quick. Susie Shimmers, an address is given for her place of residence and her recording studio. Black Glove, the Ripper Doc, has...
He's just someone that is patched up Manny in the past, right?
Patched up Manny in the past. He also owns the place. He also has his clinic basically in the back.
Yeah.
Back there as well, obviously. Because you drink your anesthetic and then you get it done. The sort of deal.
Yeah.
And then there's just the address of the other of Club Purgatory and Tech Noir as well. Proceed, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, my only thing is, like, maybe we can go and get some intel on these guys, see what we're going to be up against, plan a little bit better for this meet. But if we get spotted by any of these people, we're going to be made instantly when we go to that meet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we can. Yeah. I don't think it's worth it to try and even interact with any of them.
I don't want to.
Unless maybe you want to go lay down a new record.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
You're on the Rockosphere right now.
Was that what you were thinking?
I mean, because if we can get to her place, if you can get me in, I can access any architecture they have, and some more files. I can even set up, cameras, check out, see if Manny's coming in. Maybe we can even, before this meet, get this done. I mean, it's great that we have the meet coming up in a few days, but if we can get him even before then.
I can be your new manager.
Yep, don't want that idea at all.
You don't like it because a fan wants to be your manager now. I see.
Oh, a fan. The only thing that you know of fan is when that woman waves at you when you're on the beach.
You're goddamn right.
But so here's the thing. We could do that. I don't know how much information we're gonna from Susie Shimmer, but
I think that's gonna be up to Theo.
If you can get me in and give me some time, I can get any information they've got in their system.
I think that's our best bet.
Sing.
You don't need to. I know someone who can sing.
You don't know how music works, do you? Oh, you do know someone who sings. Me too.
Let me give her a call.
All right.
Try not to lose it this time.
I never lose it.
All right, well,
Excellent.
you do that. I'm gonna go talk to a guitarist.
All right.
I am going to finish my drink.
Successfully do so.
So I am at this point going to go back and listen to all the messages and see what I'm up against here.
You don't even need me to tell you.
Yeah. The shrieking.
Now, of course. Now this has also happened, 11 times, in the past.
Right.
4 years, 3 years. So, the score.
Yeah.
But I leave it to Jack to determine whether or not he thinks his chances are.
I'm gonna give her a call and I'm gonna pretend like nothing happened.
What's up, bitch?
Yeah.
Okay. It goes to, the last rings, it rings, and just as you're it'll go to voicemail or your
Yeah. I'll call again. I'm just
yeah. She answers it at the last moment before
right.
Fuck do you want? You have a lot of nerve calling me.
Listen, I got something for you. I think you're gonna like it.
What do you have from me?
Just an opportunity. Huh?
Opportunity for what? Look like an ass again?
No, since you...
Actually, I would like that. If there's an opportunity to make you look like an ass again, I would like that. I'd like to...
Well, maybe you'll get your shot if you'd shut your mouth and let me speak.
Fuck you.
Look, since you're already seemingly involved with my business, my work,
I don't even know what
my
you're talking
associates, Omen. This is the thing. You don't know anything. You never know anything. So let me lay this down for you. I'm actually in business with Omen. So you were kind of fucking me over the other night. But now, I need you.
How do you know him?
That doesn't matter. I don't need to tell you my business. Yes, of
course it matters.
No, I don't need to tell you my business. You're always asking about it. And what do I always tell you? Stay the fuck out of it. It's too dangerous.
Too dangerous. You are just like a boy on a magazine cover. All glitz, no substance. You're just exactly a walking stereotype.
And you're the one that bought the magazine. So listen, whatever's going on, do you want an opportunity to cut a fucking record with Omen or not? Because I can hang up this phone right now and you'll never hear from me again. If that's what you want, we'll walk away right now. So choose.
Label.
What label? I'm asking you guys. Yeah, like what label?
I like whatever the label.
So I'm not gonna.
White Bat Records on sale now.
Right. So I wouldn't give her whatever.
I'm actually
like,
I'm gonna go. I'll stop and say, this is going on Omen's new label.
Nice. There's definitely silence on the other end, but you can feel the.
Yeah.
I hate you, but I want this.
Yeah.
You're a dick, but I still probably want to call you to sleep with you in a couple nights anyway. But fuck you and the game, you know. Okay.
All right. Come down to the bar. And I give her the details, which apparently she already knows, but I didn't know that.
Okay.
You're off the phone now?
Yeah, I'll say I'll see you soon.
Okay, so we got her here. How are we getting into this Susie's record label now? I kind of looked to Omen like...
Look, there's one of two ways we can do this. We can guerrilla it, or we can wait. The first. I take it you're pretty good with technology then, Theo.
Can you put
up...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so
here's basically what I need. And I'm going to give you like a rundown of some like underground, like online zine, or like the Rocker Boy zine, and the equivalent of like the Twitter, right? And basically just start dropping the news that Sable from us, Speed the Collapse, the guitarist from the Gremlin, and Omen from Harpies are going to be laying down a new track and then include Susie Shimmer's place. She doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
But she will.
Yeah.
And once all of that's built up behind it, we'll get a phone call within a few hours asking what the fuck's going on. But she's not going to turn it down. If you can build enough of a...
So I need to get into access to these zines.
I have access to them. Oh, you mean like access?
Yeah, if you need me to be writing
I think
stuff.
I think we just need people posting
like
stuff.
just write like a little bot thing that just posts a whole bunch to all of them.
You know, computers.
Just do computer stuff.
Yeah, like
I mean, I that isn't as easy as it sounds.
All right, I hold the door open. Hey! Music stops.
Yeah.
So, looks like myself, my boy up there on the strings, and Sable from Speed the Collapse. You'll be laying down a new track over at Susie Shimmer's place.
Yeah, man! I fucking knew it, man!
Put it out there.
Just the whole place, they're all about it, you know.
I'll poke my head back out here. So whatever they do, just do it more.
Okay.
The people out in the parking lot, they just start revving their engines. Fuck yeah! Like, all sorts of calamity and chaos.
I'm going to
some of the nomads here, like, yeah, you know.
Message my lady friend. She's definitely got more access to these things, better writer than I am. So I send her a text message. Hey, so I just got news that there's going to be a big collaboration between Harpy's Omen and Accelerate the Collapse's Sable with a hot new guitarist. I need you to get the word out. Put it to everyone that you know. Anything that you can link it to. We need this to become huge now. send that message
text
to her.
Yeah.
I'd say that
old rocker boy band. Why?
Say that again. Sorry.
that old rocker boy band, Harpies.
Yeah.
Why?
So, remember that message I sent you the other night? It's related to this. Let me tell you, we were at Club Purgatory the other night, and Sable and him rock the house.
Yeah, there's got to be like footage of this like all over the net.
There is.
Yeah. So ride that
at this point.
Yeah. Check out the footage. You'll see it. If you can get that put on there, that'd be great.
Simple enough.
And I looked
Unless we're talking about something like it's text. Simple enough. Unless we're talking about anything really major.
The only thing we need is that they are recording at this studio. Susie's studio. I name it. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I put it in the text. Make sure everyone knows that's where they're recording.
Cream. We'll send out the word.
Excellent. I look to them. My girl's on it.
Mine is too.
Mine's been dead for 2 years. I just smile like that's supposed to be a joke.
I'm kind of like, okay.
Well, I would just wait and drink until he shows up at a time.
Yeah,
Paul's yelling.
Time does pass. The mood is rising higher and higher as the days go by. But Sable shows up, of course, on that indigo, sapphire blue and black motorbike, of course. Takes the helmet off. True cinematic fashion. I would not have been lying.
When have I ever lied to you?
Probably last night.
I think you lied to her in the conversation.
He's not lying, Sable.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
We're gonna give it a go. And after last night, I couldn't think of anybody that
was crazy. Amazing.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Look.
One good show at a club is not the same as being a legend in the bands.
One good show at a club is how all the legends start.
You never understood anything about music, Jack. She takes a few steps over to Omen.
So
asks, calls out to Minotaur for the usual. Just looking back to you like the usual. Whether that means I've been here,
Shrug also
I've been
like
here a lot for something else too.
So he'll just bring out a bottle of whiskey and put it at the little like railside table out here where the four of us are now.
Perfect.
Or I guess five if the guitar, whenever the guitarist wraps up, like we'll
finishes up and
yeah, the synth jukebox kicks in and like also playing mostly like that sort of underground punk rock shit from 10 years ago. So
where are we gonna do it?
You're gonna get a kick out of this.
What do you have in mind?
Well, you remember back in the day, music came up in one of two ways. We locked ourselves away for weeks, drinking, smoking, tripping, riding, fighting. Those were the good days. But you bring an elegance to this scene that hasn't been around in a while. And also, I'm just, in parentheses, Omen is a hell of a wingman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At a really low attractiveness. Jack has been nothing but boastful about your creativity. He may not say it to your face, but...
Glances to you and glances back.
I was just
so,
like steel, you know?
Yeah.
The gremlin himself here is going to put down guitar. I'll handle beats. And you, well, what can we say? You're the beautiful stage vixen we all need. So, handle the words. As far as where we're gonna do it, we're gonna guerrilla style it. Susie Shimmer, popular name, right? She's got a little recording studio. She doesn't know it, but we're recording there.
Okay. I know the
It
name.
builds the anticipation. It's that punk rock. Not even the person who's literally laying it to vinyl for you knows you're doing it until you fucking show up.
You know, it's like I hadn't considered it that way. Like that is pretty punk. Force your way down the door of a recording studio.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack can hold her at gunpoint. I'm kidding.
Ah. Guitarist.
I
Jack,
just say
make me a
check the
human
net. We're
perception
not
roll.
going to have to do that.
As this is going on, Jack, would you make me a human perception roll?
Yes. Get my character sheet.
Okay.
Human perception roll. That is
Man.
going to be
Empathy.
empathy.
But she goes through like a couple different like styles, a different a couple things that have been inspiring her recently vocally. Basically, is just talking like without any concern or consideration to either Jack or to Theo. Here it's just hardcore like inside baseball conversation about music. Trying to like, oh yeah, that's it'd be good if we mixed in with this. We brought in this. I've been feeling this kind of a what have you. She actually is. The more you sell it, especially that punk angle, she's very much that of that punk mindset. Okay. Yeah, that could work. Shit, when are we gonna do it?
I got a 20, by the way.
You notice, she reasserts herself fairly quickly, and actually, Omen's comment on like, this is the most punk thing ever. She actually does get caught up, in that legit. But there's a brief body language betrayal of recognition and concern when Susie Shimmers is mentioned. The recording studio. We're gonna do it there.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on, and it's not like, oh, my best friend from high school. There's a skip in the record.
Right. So I'm going to let the conversation continue between them.
So as far as that comes down to two things: how fast the three of us badasses can put down something that needs to be recorded, and I'll kind of like without thinking, I grab like Theo's like little pad on the table and spin it around so that the table can see it. All like these people responding about like this, you know. Maybe maybe it's just users on a subnet. There's gotta be some activity there with it. And
a lot.
Basically how fast we can put it down and how fast she picks up that we're coming knocking one way or another. So day. Gonna be a sweatshop. Right here, I think. We'll workshop it here.
Yeah. Dust off the mic, dust off the gear. Let's make a night of it.
I mean, shit, we got a captive audience. We'll bounce it off them, see what they say. Let them in. Let them see behind the punk mind.
You all think about that. Yeah, you know, all at this point, there's a lot of your nomad compatriots are here. Even already, some of the word has gone out. They brought in the brothers, the cousins, the second cousins, all of them. You know, and at this point, you know, not only is the parking lot, it's a lot more people than have been in months, years maybe. You know, at any one time. But there's people piling up. You know, along the sides of the parking lot and you know, on the street, and just, you know, it's you know, we're beyond max capacity. This is actually a lively happening place of has a heartbeat to it.
Right. Yeah. Crazy. So like, see the crowd sort of milling about and like moving chairs and like there is this odd like thing. There's a man sitting at a table towards the back corner near the back door. He's got a very beautiful blonde-haired Russian woman with him and two small children that are just playing in the floor. My boy Luis and his family who always come in and like that may be even more jarring than anything else. That I feel like, you know, two of the kids like just playing in the floor with it, but you know, that's the nomad life, right? That's how it is.
Certainly is.
And so I do lean into you though, Jack. We're gonna need more alcohol.
To me?
Yeah, you've got money, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna go. All right, pull out the corporate credit card. Like, you do take credit, correct?
It's not me. It's the stores, and I had to grab that card. Minotaur. And like I just give the card and like a rundown to Minotaur. I'm like, go.
Give him the card.
Yeah.
He sees the card like, holy shit.
Minotaur, if he doesn't kill you, I will.
While this is happening, I'm gonna just grab Sable and take her aside for a second. Be like, "You have anything to tell me?"
I don't know. Do you have anything to tell me?
I've known you for a long time.
Someone says you like, actually been talking me up. You actually like my music. You never tell me that you like my music.
Well, what do you think got me interested in you in the first place? You know I have this tough corporate exterior. But inside, the music speaks to me just the same. But you got something to tell me about Susie? I need to know. This is gonna... You're not just cutting a record here. You're working with us now.
Make me either a seduction or a persuasion roll.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to make a seduction roll.
Of course, you should. I would have. Yeah. severely penalize you if you did not do that.
Right. Is that empathy?
Yes.
Okay.
As you've been talked up again, the wingman, even from a distance, a woman of passion.
Plus,
it's not like
16.
to know that. Okay. She's involved with someone that I have my own job doing on the side. Doesn't involve her, but her name's come up.
What's the job?
What do you care?
What do you mean, what do I care? I just brought you in on a job.
Okay, well, I'll do this. I'm doing my own thing, too.
And if your thing affects my thing, I need to know.
How would it do that? Affect a record? It's recording a record?
Just recording a record. Oh. You know, sometimes I think that you might not be as smart as you look.
Fuck you.
I say, look,
I'm
you want to
incredibly
keep doing
smart.
You want to do your little jobs, make your songs, play in the band, meet my friends. That's totally fine. But if that's going to get one of us killed, I need to know.
How would that getting... Unless you're going to throw a vodka bottle and take your gun out in the club again. How is that going to get us killed?
We're going to bring this up again. Okay. Look, the one time... How many times have you screamed at me in a club? How many times have you thrown a fucking bottle
You
around?
being an asshole.
Getting on the table, screaming...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The dynamic.
Yeah, it just continues.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to stop her and be like, look, if you fuck this up for me, we're over. Do you understand? So if you got something to say about this, tell me now.
You think that I need your protection, that I don't know shit about the world? I know so much more already about how the world really works, how things really go out here. The actual struggle against people like fucking you and your company and these assholes who are keeping us impoverished, keeping everything for themselves. You don't get any of that because
do you have any idea how naive you sound? How
she says that
I sound naive.
Sister.
It's not going to be naive when my friends and I really stick it to the fucking corporation. And then we'll see. Oh, don't worry, Jack. It's not yours. I wouldn't hurt you.
You couldn't hurt me if you tried.
So, my friends and I taking something back, something that should belong to the people. Okay?
I was just like, oh god,
Yeah.
like rolling my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
when she says that, I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to her and be like, "I like you. Let me buy you a drink. Come with me." And take her into the.
She actually leans into you just to
fucking.
It's a bit sloppy, but she's got to
right.
she does what she can in the huff and the puff.
I'm gonna maintain my cool though, and I'm gonna walk up to Omen while you're at the bar with my girl taking a drink, and be like, something's up. She's working with a crew. I don't know how Susie's figuring into it or involved, but we got something else to look out for. So if you can talk to her Maybe she'll tell you what's up. Last thing I want is her or any of us getting killed and not getting that sweet score.
When we get to the bar, I get the drink for her. Look at her and go, I like the way you think. I am always looking for a way to take down some corpos. Listen, I don't really know these people here, but if you got something that you're working on, I would love to be a part of this. But what's your other job you're doing?
He turns a fucking asshole. So one final, jab as to her, speaking to herself more than anything else. He'll never get it. His whole life is that corner office, or what he hopes is going to be the corner office one day.
That's every corpo.
It's whatever. Some friends and I are going to take something back from, well, one of Susie's on-again, off-again flings. Got himself in hot water. Took something a bit too hot. People I don't care for want it back, but found some other friends. Distribute it to the people. Make sure it actually benefits people like you and me, regular folks.
What is this thing that you're trying to take?
I don't know. Some cargo storage thing. It's supposed to be some cyber-locked crate. About the size. She points to like the suite of like the string of speakers that you have there, basically pointing to maybe a something that would be the size of a large steamer trunk. Just find it, mark it, take out the people who have it, call it a day. Keep something from the corpo's hands.
You know this this person that Susie's working with, what their name is? Just saying I could do some research. You know, maybe find something out. Figure out a way for you guys to get it. Yeah.
She's part of the Gold Brickers. She's in close with them. One of their is high, would you say a lieutenant, I suppose? She knows Midas personally.
Huh. Well, here's my number. If you needed any help, breaking into any systems or anything with this job, you let me know. But we should probably get back to Jack and Omen. I don't want Jack to be thinking I'm picking up on his girl.
Rolls her eyes and takes the drink, of course, and will saunter back.
Hey, you just send me anything you any new info you got. You let me know.
You do.
But I just to mess with Jack as we're walking in, I put my arm around Sable, and then when I see him, I'm like, oh.
Just to mess with you as you take the arm off, she.
And then I actually kind of like, whoa, no.
I'm totally unaffected.
That's
on the exterior.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Time. That's more you want to discuss. Time will pass, and this will blow up the social media, as it were. Not in the next hour or anything. So, what is?
Well, they're going to start doing their workshop.
Yeah, Minotaur comes back with quite successfully on his supply run. Brands and qualities and ABVs that have never been heard of or seen anywhere near the address of this establishment. For the first time, christening this place with both quantity and quality, which has never happened before. Sometimes you haven't even had either. But even the supply rooms are looking up, and the spirits are fuller in this. And time will progress. I guess by the way this has been indicated, how late are all of you, other than Omen, Jack and Theo? How long are you partying on again tonight at the establishment, and how much are you all drinking?
I am not drinking very much, and if I have, once the first couple of 20 minutes goes by of them practicing or whatever, I'm going to go and examine the dossiers and documentation that we have, and just I'm like in full on like business prep mode for this.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm drinking. I probably get just a little bit higher than a buzz, but not drunk by any means. But I start off looking through the files and stuff, but then the music kind of pulls me into that. Next thing you know, I'm just lost in this music because I don't get it very much, but these people seem to know what they're doing.
They certainly do. And though that high is maintained long into the night. So you're investigating the documents, the dossiers. Is there anything else you're doing? I've sort of given you what you're going to get from from the dossiers themselves. Are
right.
You,
yeah.
Like cross-referencing any names or
cross-referencing,
places,
and I'm trying to.
So I understand.
I'm trying to put together anything that I would know about Sable. That would fit into this. I'm trying to figure out what she's doing, since she's not going to tell me.
Got it. So what I would like from you is an library search roll.
Okay.
Or an intelligence roll, straight, depending upon what you...
Just to be clear, these rolls are like stat plus skill plus the die roll, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So if it's library search, I have 14. No, 15.
Okay. Fair enough. So you learn a little bit more about the Goldbreakers as a gang. They've been around for a while, but have come into, I guess you'd say, prominence last few years, perhaps half a decade.
Mm-hmm.
They are in and around sort of an unofficial territory of the area around Coconut Grove. A fairly affluent area. They target certain places all throughout the city, although they tend to avoid the corporate sector as such. They don't really go after, haven't in the past, at least made a name of such things. There is a what would you say? An open secret amongst the criminal folk and a number of people who run in such circles as to what their situation and circumstances, where they get their money, where they make their reputation off of. They are a known name in corporate database as potential resources to call upon if there is a need to maybe take something from a competitor. Who better than an already criminal element who specializes in such things? If you can pay the hush money, which of course you can, it's they're listed essentially as a possible resource to call upon. And in fact, her name actually is in file somewhere. You dig down enough as one of the people amongst that faction, that organization, that might be worthwhile to call in for such a situation. A lot more information about Manny himself. You know his name from the documents, from your contact. Has indeed been known to have not only a business but a romantic relationship with this Susie Shimmer as well, and they've been successful, at least business-wise, if not always romantically wise in the past. You got a 15?
Yep.
Not anything as such. There's no news reports or nothing that specifically you could think ties them together beyond the sort of vague things which have already happened.
Yeah, and for the purpose of this, like, I'm not anticipating that I will. I'm just trying to, because I know she won't tell me any more than this. So I'm just like, kind of grasping at straws.
Understood. But Manny has, he is of, North European descent. He has moved from, he's been in Night City, he's been in Miami, he's been in Europe, he's been in Asia, he's been in the Middle East. He's had a storied track record from the certain, you can piece together certain things. What exactly the through line is, you're not able to make sense of, but doing jobs for and against different corporate factions seems to be an MO. In the bits of clarity you're able to get to his history. So he's certainly made a career, let's put it that way, doing things like this. But
with that, I mean,
be the end of his luck.
Yeah, I'll just kind of brood and sit then. You find both the recording studio of Susie and her personal residence are quite posh, quite nice. The place is in an area which is sort of contested ground between a couple of different, mainly booster gangs, or booster gang territories. There is an organization known as the Outcasts, and also the Civic Squad, who both essentially claim that area. But with the time you have, you're just know the names. It's sort of contested gang territory. So take that for what it's worth with that place and location. In the meantime, mood continues to be
continues to be quite high, quite well. The booze flows endlessly at this point. And I would like you, Omen, if you could, to make me a try to recall the make me a play instrument roll. This is more just to determine we're stretching the utilization of the skill, how well you're sort of composing this.
So I actually have composition also.
Okay, perfect. I knew there was something more appropriate.
Well, let's see. All right, so the play instrument will be the highest it possibly could be.
Okay.
A 20.
I can't ask for more than that. All right, excellent.
If you wanted a comp, 12.
Okay.
Between those two. Composition was not like my forte. That was
right. Of course.
Someone else.
Okay.
I'm not Dave.
Solid basis, nevertheless. Too.
Yeah.
With the input of the others, we cut this, we bring this in, things start taking shape. At this point, long into the night, the phone rings. To the business, not to any of you.
So I I walk over. I lean onto the bar with my big phone. Good evening. You've reached the bad omen. Omen speaking. What can I do you for?
Oh. Talking to the man himself. I wish you'd called earlier. I would have been more than interested. But you've certainly made an impression.
I press the mute button. I look at everybody. Fuck yeah! Unmute myself.
Everybody just like, fuck yeah! They like, oh, shut up. Well, I guess I should ask what you have in mind. You have a whole plan already put together, it seems, and seems I'm the last to know. It's okay. I like a surprise from time to time. Interesting. Certainly made a splash. I saw you perform the other night. And think you were still alive.
Hey, I surprise myself every day.
I like it. Alright. Well, I imagine you have something interesting for me to hear.
Got a couple of options. Good.
Tomorrow. 4:30.
Let's make it 5.
Alright then. 5 it is.
Oh. See you then, Miss Shimmer.
Have a good one. I look forward to it.
And like I mashed like 5 different buttons trying to hang up the speakerphone. I turn around. I just look expectantly.
Everybody's.
You heard her. We're in.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like smoking a cigarette. Like everyone's so excited. I'm literally like, we're doing this so we can rob them. Like this is like everyone's so excited about this about this record.
Yeah. You're the only person in here not excited about the record.
I'm like,
That's
I don't
exactly
give
what
a
everybody
shit.
is.
I was like, this is an excuse, not
Yeah. No. Wrong.
Yeah, I'm like wrapped up in the everything, and then I see him, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I have to actually do something now.
All right.
Well, I'll walk over to Jack and to Theo. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Well, tonight, technically.
All right.
That works for me.
I know some of you have real jobs. Air quotes. So, I won't keep you, but I'm not kicking you out.
I look around and say, there's not much more I can add for you guys tonight. And I just look at Sable and say, behave yourself. And I turn and I walk out. Doesn't matter what she says.
She looked like she was gonna open her mouth. She did. You feel those eyes burning into the back of your cranium.
Yeah.
You have inflicted 1d8 plus 3 female damage.
Female.
To her psyche. All right. Scene changes. Night goes on well into its full extent. Certainly for you, Omen, Sable, and the lead man of the Gremlins, the Gremlin himself. You practice, you run it through again and again and again, and it's like you said, Omen. Sometimes that punk, get that real feeling, that bleeding heart edge, the emotion to come through. You have to be playing your blood and guts on that guitar, to be beating your very heart on the drum set, to be screaming from the very depths of your soul on that microphone. You just got to grind it out. You got to grind it out in a place that isn't polished, that isn't neat and clean, and all the corners are square, and a place like this. And you do it on a crunch, and you do it when you're tired, and when you're a little bit drunk, or a lot of bit drunk. And by the time the sun rises and a new day happens, you guys are all feeling like really good about this single that you have, this track that you guys have laid out. You're tired, you're exhausted, not only with the sleep deprivation, that drinking the alcohol, but again, just pouring out that soul, trying to, hammer that metal into something that is sharp and something that is shining. And it sounds good. It sounds real good. But with the blessing of sleep, at some point, for all of you, the day moves forward. We find ourselves before you all arriving, however you do, individually or in groups, in the edge of the southern portion of the Coconut Grove neighborhood, which is already in the southern portion of Miami. You're close enough to the coast that you can see in the far distance the rebuilt resurrection of South Beach, of what we know as South Beach, to not be claimed by the sea any longer. The palm trees swaying, the area of the city, it's far cleaner, nicer, a combination of smaller business and residential area. Here there are comfortable portions of shade and areas of open expanse where you can see that beach line, see those rolling ocean waves in the distance, and witness the sky above, terraced and hilly, meanderings of road and streets, boulevards, all about here. But looking upon this, looks like it's a converted, maybe condo, or a larger house, maybe it had been rented out. Who's to say? There's a sort of sweeping driveway to a garage, multitudes of smoked and glass, flat, terraced architectural style to this recording studio. You all arrive.
I go up to Omen, and it's like, anybody asks, I'm your techie. Here to set up your equipment.
I look at the goggles and like the stuff I'm carrying, and I go, "Oh, thanks for the clarification."
I mean, if they ask.
No, that's fair.
I just need a reason to get in the back.
Better to be on the same page. All right. Well, let's kick this pig, shall we?
All right.
I'll walk up to the
They're all here along with the whole band, as it were, is here.
Right. All three of us.
Yes, and the manager, perhaps, and
of course,
Brody, the
Brody.
Perhaps, but there is an intercom, a buzzer, of course. Nevertheless, you go to maybe utilize it, but you're moved along through as if expected, precisely for at this time. Move on. In it's a business, right? So it entrance area, very nice, a real wooden interior. The AC is working perfectly, not too cold, not too hot. Humidity is kept at bay. There's a kind of artificial fountain in this sort of foyer area that opens out into more communal space that has different adjoining rooms in this almost this kind of hemisphere. You could see through the back to that beach view and the picturesque landscape beyond. But there is a woman who meets you. Again, as you indicate, you all have overviewed the dossiers. You know who this woman is. A perfectly picturesque physicality to her. The very much like a sculpture come to life. Those golden accoutrements reflect in just the way to just add that extra bit of glam, extra bit of glitz. It kind of your mind goes back and forth between it being either too ostentatious or just right. The way the light plays off of it offers both deductions or both opinions at various moments. Anyone with any sense of fashion is thoroughly exceeded by the choices of this individual here. Good evening to you all. Mr. Omen. Speak with you once again.
Miss Shimmer.
Well, I suppose I don't need to ask for the names of at least some of you. You have quite a good throwing arm, young man.
I do my best. Jack, nice to meet you.
And she takes hand, very she's very sensual. She's not a succubus, like she's not seductive. She's not, but very This is a woman fully in control of her femininity, her appearance and body language here, and so you very much get that feeling, and it does feel, it is a metallic aspect of the gold there. It feels that way, although it is warm to the touch as well. It doesn't have that metallic chill. And you? Or are you just the help?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm just the tech guy. I just, I want to make sure they sound better than they sound anyway.
Don't we all want that? Well, I'm eager to hear what you have to play. You've angled a tremendous amount of interest. More than I would have expected. I suppose the aphorism's true. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and been out of the scene for a long time, Omen. I'm glad I was mistaken.
Well, before you hear them, I'm going to need to look at you. Set up. You want to point me in the direction? Check out, make sure that...
She very, languidly, gestures, and it's down there, It's over there,
And I look at Omen. Sir, I'm going to go take care of things.
Shrug.
Just in that direction.
Sable is very eager to be here, very excited. That is for sure. Well, while your man gets you all set up, you care for drink, food, a bit of conversation beforehand?
Well, if I'm honest, I'm very good at drinking and very good at conversation. That's why I brought Jack. Good at both.
Yes, I remember. I saw a recording of your show in 2009.
So,
she leads you. Okay, leads you through through the rooms. You see the main recording area. There's multiple studios to record in to isolate different instruments, different sounds. A control room, a communal area, another area to maybe do some writing in, or be a little bit more privacy, or this is a nice recording studio. Move up through some stairs, and there's on the roof of this building, there's a patio table set up, like a very plush, luxurious, tasteful bar up here with some food and drink, both alcoholic and non, depending on what you want. And there's a number of just tables up here to just relax, and it's nice. The breeze up here, the scenery around you. Please take a seat. Make yourselves comfortable.
So I do. I sit my large frame down, grabbing a glass of champagne off the table, and sort of sitting back into it, waiting for someone more precocious than me to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I'm gonna sit and take a glass as well, and just ask her so. Did you build this studio from scratch? How long have you been in the industry? And I'm going to try to kind of charm her, but I'm not trying to seduce her or anything like that.
Got it.
Just trying to make very pleasant conversation and
okay.
Ingratiate myself.
That's fine. Oh. I have a lot of different friends. People in the media industry. I've always been an appreciator of the arts, particularly music myself. much can be conveyed through music. It's I don't know, something about it. It's something I've always wanted to do, at least help others to bring something beautiful to life. Share that aesthetic beauty. But
something beautiful or something violent?
Not so much into that.
I just kind of gesture to the sound of our lovely Sable and Omen here, though. Beauty, I guess, must be in the eye of the beholder. It's raw, aggressive.
It's certainly an aesthetic that is not a typical choice of mine, but I'm certainly aware of Omen and his band. It's a shame what happened to them. Just how many people are interested, hungry, yearning for that voice, that vision.
And and I kind of stop her and I say, and I think what we discovered at that club was the new voice and the new vision. And I gesture to Sable, and I'm gonna kind of start really talking her up now to the record.
Got it. So you do that. I like that. She leans in very, very, very interested, and she's also she's not trying to seduce you really, but she is what she is. Out of curiosity, would you please make me a
I don't want that one. It's more readable.
Again?
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I first picked up 2d10, and then I put one of them down because I realized I only need one, and the one that I had in my hand was not a high visibility die, so I changed it to die.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. An awareness roll, please.
Awareness. Got it. Okay. And that's plus int or empathy? Int. So I got 4 plus 8
Again,
is
do not
12.
forget the luck attribute that you all have.
Yeah, 12 plus 4 is 16, and why not spend a point of luck? Why not, since you reminded me of it? Does luck add a bonus, or do I roll again?
No, so if you had a 14, you spend 1 point, it becomes a 15.
Got it. Okay.
Just adds, for every point you add, it increases the net total.
Right. And what did I say I had? I had a 4 plus an 8 is 12. I think I had a 16, so it's a 17?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Good. The resolution of that won't take place immediately, but you are very.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sit here and kind of tell her stories about the various shows that I've gone to where I've seen Sable play over the years. Some that she's probably forgotten about, and things that things that you remembered that, that sort of a thing. Really, really using this as the moment to get myself back in, fully forgiven, leverage this moment of building her up.
I get it and I like it. You could tell she's aware of it and is it's working on both fronts.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, down below, move some equipment in, but you see the the control room. You're not someone in this industry, but you're someone who understands tech to some degree, at least in general. This is this room, perhaps 13 by 7, with that massive panel of premium quality sound equipment, mixers, slides upon slides upon slides, dials, knobs, touchscreens, readouts, different speakers, different mics to input, pipe through different sounds, isolate the whole. Everything a musical production needs is in here, along with other actual computers in here as well.
Is there anybody else? Is it just me by myself, or are there other people?
It is just you by yourself in here. Yes.
Okay. First off, I'm gonna put on my goggles and do a scan for any access points.
There's an access point in this room. For what it's worth, there is also an access point below you. There must be a basement here as well. Your awareness, you do perceive such things.
All right. And I'm gonna go and look at the system. I'm assuming there's cameras and stuff in this room, so I want to look like I'm doing something.
Yes, there clearly are.
I start. First off, I'm going to look to, can I figure this out at all? Is this presumably make a roll of some kind of
figure out?
I've never done this before.
Actually setting up the equipment.
Yeah, I want to look like I know what I'm doing and possibly do something.
Sure.
So but if not, I'll just move.
No,
switches
that's fine. If you actually
go.
Want to do the work and actually hook things up, I may ask.
I want to look like I know what I'm doing, and if I can figure it out based on whatever skill you want me to use, then I'll do some of that too. But
we'll we'll bring in a roll here. You make me a basic tech roll.
Basic tech.
Basic tech. Yeah, we'll do basic tech.
7 plus 6, 9, 5,
18.
$18?
18, yeah, sorry.
Perfect. Yeah, you were able to make it put on airs that are appropriate. Even though, what exactly port does this go into? This input goes into this. Nevertheless, you're able to make
at least look like I know what I'm doing, even if I don't really.
You appear competent.
Anything. Yeah, right. That's the thing. And then part of doing that is actually I'm going to slide down so it looks like I really know what I'm doing, but I'm ultimately now I'm just now that I am messing around with stuff, I want to actually break into the net arc.
Okay.
So I'm going to jack in and run a Pathfinder.
Perfect. Your vision is suffused with the net architecture here once again as well, surrounding and hovering overlaid the physical reality.
All right. Ran a Pathfinder. I'm going to actually use 2 points of luck.
Okay.
So I got a 12.
Got it. Yes. Unlike the net architecture, this, in keeping with the style of this place, the sort of digital substance of this world is all sort of tinge with that golden hue, like you're in a world of sort of yellow and orange stained glass that reflects and refracts the light. You are able to witness or perceive the 12. While the details of what might be in the top floor are obscure to you, you are confident that there are 4 floors to this architecture. First of which has a number of files in it, which is can be accessed to you. The next, which has a password protection about it, beyond which you can't see what else is contained within that that floor, and you are unaware completely of the 4th floor, only that it exists and that it is the pinnacle.
All right. I'm gonna go up 1 level right now, and to the floor with the files.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run an ID check,
okay.
Looking for anything associated with Manny, anything that she's been doing, communicating with anybody outside of music stuff.
Got it. That is not here. There are a number of files with templated sound bites or certain mixes or a variety of sort of file resources for the purposes of mixing and the like. Also programs and applications essentially for the various pieces of software on this facility, this studio.
Okay. It's more like just like general files of what you would find within a sound studio.
Yes, precisely.
Okay. Then I'm going to activate the worm program for my 3rd, and then go up 1 more to the password protection, and backdoor that thing. I rolled a 0, 10. I'll roll again. Oh my gosh, I just got 2 10s.
Oh.
I got like 33.
Okay, that is stellar and spectacular. That password is alleviated. I'm gonna say with a roll that high that's so quick. You don't expend your net action.
Okay. What's on this floor?
So there are on this where you see the entrance to the other level of this.
The top floor.
Correct. Yes, correct. There is also what seems strangely to you almost look to be in a like an art gallery almost. Yeah, again, all in this golden translucent hue. Objects in glass cases or display cases and the like, but each one here there is like a camera or a some degree of sensor. You have access to a number of the building's features here, basically. The cameras, the intercom system is here, the temperature control. There is also there are a number of door controls and locks, unlocks here. With that, you are able to perceive that And one of these cameras and one of these doors is guarding some degree of like armory or something, which is of interest to you. But you have you can attempt to gain control of various functions here.
Yeah. Do any of the cameras or anything show what was down below where that access point is, or is that what's behind the door?
You would need to take control.
Okay, then I will, for my third action, then roll for control.
Okay.
Which gets me a 15.
Okay. Okay. Yes, you are able to gain control. You see all of them enjoying themselves on the ooh. Yeah, you see the different rooms. You see your compatriots enjoying themselves on the rooftop. Could you make me actually an awareness roll? You have taken control of the cameras.
9 plus 18, 17, 21.
Okay, noted. Fair enough. Well, I'll give it to both of you now. The result of both of your rolls. Jack, you notice but don't see. And Theo, you see. As you're talking and schmoozing up on the roof, and making polite conversation, right? And talking up the band that's about to play, and in particular, Sable. You wearing your suit? What are you wearing, Jack?
Yeah, I'm wearing a suit.
Okay, noted. You at some point, she reaches out and refills your glass. You're conversing, but she walks past you to get to whatever it is you're drinking in the bar there. But you feel something slipped, and something was placed on your person. Term for that is escaping my mind at the moment, but was planted on your person, sort of underneath the blazer there. The hand just like a feather, just effortlessly, practicedly moving into position. So you notice that, Theo. And we will actually back at the table with Omen. The rest of the band. Gremlin and Sable, very, very exuberant.
Yeah, I imagine there's been like almost like a three-way conversation.
Yeah.
While Jack
Make sure
was
you
talking
don't forget the kick drop. Right at the.
Right, but
you know the moment. You got it though.
More importantly, and like I'll reach over and I'll grab like his little, just turn his head like out towards that scene, out towards that view, like.
God damn, it's nice. Shit. You live so close to it. Feel like you never get to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to...
Water I live on, you can't even drink.
I'm going to excuse myself and go to the restroom to investigate what was planted on me.
Okay. All right. Practicing with the chopsticks.
Yeah, like just like fingers on the table, like like Sable's like humming, like Gremlin's over there got his like fingers like mocking the chords, it's just like, that sort of like nervous anticipation, like first time you're a gig band, right? Like it's that feeling you can't get anywhere else.
He's humming the tones, the intonations. doing a little bit of vocal exercises without being irritating to the hostess there. Sable does turn as Jack walks. A little bit of there's a changed look in her face. The hatred, the spite has turned to more positive, but still tortured. And,
right.
Of course. Jack, move your way to the bathroom. You were very easily able to find. It's been put. Not only has this been put on your person, with just the quickness of movement, like a tiny slice in the lining of your blazer has been like opened up, and you are very easily, you noticed it, are able to find a bug.
Okay.
Not a. I guess it's some form of bug.
Right. Okay.
Whether it's proximity, whether it is tracks, or it listens to. It's one or both. You're not sure.
Yeah.
I would have been watching him like when he left, and he starts seeing what the bug is. Can I?
Well, I mean, this place actually isn't that trashy. There's no.
Yeah, there's no camera in the bathroom.
Yeah. I just assumed it would have.
You do see him walk
everywhere.
to the bathroom, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I see that.
The controls to the bathroom cameras are on the 4th floor.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm not gonna flush it or anything. I'm just gonna keep it in my pocket for the moment.
Okay.
And I'll decide what to do with it should something arise. Should an opportunity to make use of it rather than destroy it arise.
Got it. Okay.
So when he goes in and when I lose sight of him, I'm gonna message him. What was that I saw? You checking it out?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna message him back really quickly. I was bugged. Gonna hold on to it. Might be able to make use of it later.
I'll see what I can do from my end.
Cool.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the net architecture, you witness that, Theo. You also do see cameras to a very small, essentially an armory, with a number of different. This isn't heavy guns, but there are pistols, compact auto pistols, a various assortment and array of essentially hacking and cracking tools within here. Sort of synth rope, night goggles and the like, various types of flexible but strong, heavy weave armor to be utilized. You do see all of these things here.
Okay.
Through one of the
cameras. Yeah. Want to can I put on a I'm thinking like something that if it gets accessed, I get an alert for it. Is that possible?
Explain.
Like if it gets opened up, if that armory gets
door is
up,
open, so he gets an alert.
I believe that would fall under the purview of some degree of program or virus. Do you have such a thing?
I mean, virus is one of the interface, which that's why I'm asking. Do I need to make it to the fourth floor for that?
Let's say it's an interface role. It'll be a difficult interface role. I'll allow that.
Okay. Oh crap! I used the wrong dice. I used the dice I don't understand. With just the interface, it would be a 16. I don't know if you want me to include my intelligence with that.
Yes.
Okay, so then it'd be 24.
Okay. Yes. You feel comfortable that you have been able to accomplish this.
Okay. So yeah, I want to set that up so I know. Oh gosh.
What do you want to be alerted?
Sorry?
What specifically do you want to be alerted? Just when the armory door is opened or anything?
Yeah, I want to when the door's opened, I would like to get an alert camera to see who it is, like through like my marquee or something.
An alert what?
Like a visual of who it is, like hacking into the camera. Is that I need to get up to the fourth floor for that?
That would. So
that
is more than what you're able to accomplish right now. You're able to get an alert.
Yeah.
But you won't get the. You won't have a link to the camera system. Something like that could be done with time and with a very strong or a stronger program to have the camera feed send you a video link or something. Mm-hmm. But that is beyond what. But you can get the alert.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll just get the alert right now. And then I think I want to figure out where that other access panel, what's there.
Oh, it's in the armory.
Oh, okay, it is. It's the armory that has the access.
Yes.
Okay, I apologize. Then I think I'll go up to that fourth floor.
Okay. There's another password.
Okay. Damn it! Off the wood. No, I'm sorry. 13.
That is not enough.
Not enough. Okay.
Meanwhile, Jack, you return with Omen. Sable is. You don't even need a human perception roll. There's somewhat reluctant. It is still. My emotional state is complex, right now. Right now.
Yeah.
But there is the doe eyes, and there's the nod, like, thanks, and the slight turn. Not all is lost for young Jack.
So we ready to record this album or what?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's make it happen.
I think Sable was born, but myself just aged into it.
Sad but true. Smacks you on the side. By all means. Gentleman, lady, you don't mind if I observe your recording, do you?
By all means.
Let's go sink this boat. Down to the recording area. We'll go.
When I see that they're starting to come back, I'm gonna jack out.
You have essentially can make one more attempt.
Okay. Yeah.
You see that you have the camera. The camera.
Have some time. Yeah.
You see. You have time before they get down here.
So I'll do one more attempt to break through.
All right.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay.
So that gives me. Doesn't give me much more actually.
You can spend up to however much luck you have left that you haven't spent.
Yeah, no, I can't. I couldn't do it. I just got the same score.
Yeah.
Even if you dumped all your luck. Even if you dumped all your luck.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of luck, and I already spent 2 points, so got one left, and I'm going to save it.
Alas.
Yeah.
Yep. Still couldn't make it.
Elusively, you've interfaced with this. You do see that there are files up here, but you need
more
to get
time.
through.
I gotta get
more
out.
Time. You'll have to.
I am gonna cloak. I'm gonna cloak to cover up my tracks.
Perfect. That's fine.
That's an 11.
Engage.
And then jack out.
And
put my goggles and look like I'm finishing touches on the thing as they're walking in.
A gremlin will come in and actually do the job and finish what you're going to do. Actually, put this one goes in this deal here, but three members of the band have their recording studio. Join me in recording studio.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jack. And I assume you're a technician. I assist here as well, or whatever you need. There's.
I'm done here. I just listen now.
By all means. She pushes a button, on the console, and you hear through the microphone. All right. Let's hear what you've got. And with that, we'll call it.
All right.
Once again, on a musical moment, as we are pushing Steve up to his already double-booked schedule to get to another game.
My bad.
It's all good. We appreciate it. I think that was a good point to stop anyway.
Indeed. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. Join us again for a more stable schedule of Blood and Sunshine.
Going forward.
So is that stable schedule this Saturday?
Disabled schedule.
No, it'll be every other week, as planned. We can talk about this offline. We don't need to bore them
please.
with our Anyway, if you're all out there still watching, much appreciated, and we'll catch you next time for the exciting continuation of Blood and Sunshine.
Right.